We are lucky enough to have the four bad guys of this year's festival. We have Pierre Perifel, Jay Patience, the co-directors of Bad Guys 2, and also Damon Ross, DreamWorks producer, and Daniel Pemberton, the composer of the soundtrack. And it seems that he's the only one to get applauded.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time. We don't see him as much.
He's a genius. That's okay.
Bad Guys 2 delves even deeper into the complexity of anti-heroes and their moral dilemmas. How did you work to refresh their dynamic while preserving the essence of the first film?
It's a great question. That's interesting. I think what we started with was thinking about how do we scale it up in terms of like the scope of the film. The first film really was like exploring their journey between going bad to going good. This movie is more about exploring how they would reinsert society as like now good guys and how they're gonna struggle to reinsert society and kind of doubting their choices from the first film. Did we make the right choice going good? Because being good is a little boring. So that's why but on that, like that's all happening on the canvas of a much bigger movie in terms of scope and action, which we're super excited about. So on this one, we're really just playing with the tropes of big action comedies.
I would say also we had the opportunity because in the first movie, we established our characters, we got to know them, we introduced them to audiences. With the second movie, we can now go deeper with the characters in their dynamics, their interpersonal dynamics, their relationships, different layers to these characters. So I think our hope is that audiences will come away with a feeling that they know these characters even better after the second movie.
Especially because you want to challenge your characters. Now that we know who the characters are, you want to challenge them with their choice. If it was okay to do right by going good, and you want to see what they do with their actions and choices and see if they go back to being bad or continue going forward. And in the big scope of the film, I think you'll get that.
So you're pushing further.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's what a deep world is for, right? And that's why we had so much fun with just deepening their relationship.
Every animation film has its own visual DNA, and you guys have yours. What challenges did you face in giving this sequel an even bolder graphic identity? And what were the biggest artistic influences in this stake?
Yeah. I think, we started already with the first one just to push the graphic quality and the stylization and the illustrative feel of the CG animation, like trying to veer away from from the classic CG animation that we would see from Hollywood. And on this one, we're pushing it further because for a couple of different ways. The first one being like trying to just keep using those codes, like line work, big brush strokes in the texturing of our environments. Some kind of very interesting like transition between light and shadows that are a little bit more broken up and not as clean. So we're playing all of this and playing it more than we did in the first one. But we're also just trying to heighten the scope of the film by using different lenses. This time we're just introducing a new lens. We're introducing fisheye lenses in this movie. So it's like a bigger, broader range of lensing. And the way we're shooting is a bit more live action-y, which is very interesting. So that's the direction we're going on this one. Yeah. Character-wise, we just changed a few things on the main characters. Wolf has slightly broader shoulders, and then keep pushing that animation style that we love and developed in the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was pushing the appeal of the characters that we knew and we did on the first one, pushing the appeal of the environments. But because we needed to elevate the movie, it was also the effects and elevating those effects because we have great, big, stake set pieces that are huge. So every department needs to be on top of their game to try to deliver that. And even with music, we had to elevate the music to really transform the movie into a bigger cinematic movie. So it was every single department just had to step up their game to really achieve that.
Thank you for the transition.
You're welcome.
Segue. Music indeed plays a key role in storytelling and emotional impact. Daniel, how did you compose the Bad Guys 2 soundtrack to match the film's fast-paced action and yet surprise the audience with something new?
Well, I think with Bad Guys 2, like everyone's been saying, it's just so much bigger in scale and scope than the first one. And so the music also had to get a lot bigger, and it enters a lot of different avenues, where the first film, I would say, was very heavily indebted to kind of like funk heist sort of music in a way, and it was kind of a homage to that. This one takes in like Mexican wrestling. It takes in
KO.
Egypt. It takes in like space, which is the biggest thing where they maybe possibly fly into space, which is crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you putting them into space. Because the thing that's hard about space from a music point of view is grooves don't work, I've discovered, the same way in space. So you've got a groove, it kind of keeps you to the floor. But when you're in space, those grooves feel sort of weird. So we had to come up with different language to keep the DNA of the soundtrack in space. And then we've also bookended it with these big songs, which has been a really great part of the process.
Damon, between the producer and the artist, who is the bad guy for the other?
Please, let us know.
This has turned into a therapy session. Well, no. I think these two are the best collaborators I could ever ask for, honestly. 3. But I spent a lot of time with these.
One person's left
three.
out.
2 out of 3.
Who is it?
We each bring something I think unique and special to the production, to the artistry, to the storytelling. I think we all are pointing in the same direction narratively in terms of the vision. Pierre really established that vision with the first movie. We've all been, I think, that's been the North Star from the very beginning. Do we occasionally, have our moments where we're like sort of wrestling over ideas? Of course. Yeah. Of course. But it's always for the betterment of the movie. Yeah. The movie always gets better because of it. So there's such mutual respect. It's an incredible collaboration.
Honestly, the entire team that we have over there at DreamWorks is just like a bunch of amazing talents, but good guys, like really nice people.
Yeah,
They are good guys.
I've worked with many different directors, and these genuinely are the greatest guys to work with. And there's no bad guys on this project.
He's really worked with everybody.
He knows everyone.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
So just for little facts or numbers, how many years and how many people for Bad Guys 2?
I mean, years. So we started brainstorming the second one in
November 2021.
actually before the release of the first movie.
Yep.
Actually, so it's been 3.5 years, a bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
And that was
like first like on the paper to completion of the film. Yeah, 3.5 years. Literally exactly 3.5 years.
I do want to give credit to the studio for believing in the first movie and allowing us to start to develop the second one before the release of the first movie. Very unusual. Usually wait to see if the movie actually works. But we were all betting on success.
Yeah.
I feel that I started the day we went to the Mexican wrestling match. That's right. We went to see some Mexican wrestling.
Research.
I was in LA, and they're like, we're going to go see Mexican wrestling. It's a research trip. And I'm like, okay. And we had great seats. I could see people getting sort of hit over the head by chairs.
You can see sweat.
Yeah.
How
And that was, that was the day I started work. And I was like, okay, now my brain has to go into Bad Guys World again.
That's right. Nice. So that was a year after that, a bit more than a year after that.
And how many nice people to make bad guys?
On the credits, that's yeah,
It's a big number.
question.
I want to say 10,000, but it's probably closer to 800.
It's about 7 to
Yeah, but even if you think about music, even on
Yes.
the person you deal with, like, we've got a huge orchestra on that. We're on bands. We've got like record scratchers.
That's right.
We've got like
Choir.
people playing crazy flutes. We've got choirs. So we've probably got like, I don't know, 100 to 200 people involved in
Just
music.
on the music
Yeah.
end. So
Yeah, I think touching the film is close to 800.
I think around that.
I have 2 last questions. The first one is about a rumor running in Annecy about Bad Guys 3, in which your characters are stealing all the awards from the ceremony. Is it true?
We do not. My lawyer is here, and we are not. We play the fifth.
There is an award in Bad Guys 2.
Can't confirm nor deny.
There is a stolen award in Bad Guys 2.
There is a stolen award.
There is? Yeah, there is a scene where you see a stolen award. Which
We won't say which award.
And it's a very small.
Little shot. Actually,
Yeah.
that shot is gone.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Has it? Oh.
But we're honored to be here. and yes, whether awards or no awards, this is a thrill for all of us.
For us, it's an honor to have you here, and we thank you for this moment. The last question is from your bad guys. They are in jail, and they're asking you to draw them a little postcard from Annecy because you never take them with you.
Easy.
All right,
So-
I got this.
Yes, please.
So there is postcard or big format, but
Okay.
what would you send them if they were in jail?
No, little postcard from Annecy.
First of all, big format postcards cost a lot more to send. So,
Who's this one?
The little one here.
the little ones,
What would you send them if they're in prison?
Like
you'd send them a map.
a boat
How to
ride.
get out. You
A
send
map to
them a map. You do like prison.
How to escape prison?
Yeah, you draw like a map of the prison, and you'd be like, "I'm gonna do it. You guys know what to draw."
Go for it.
I'll be like, "Right."
Maybe you,
You'd be
you
like-
guys draw it.
Daniel can actually draw.
You'd be like, "Right, this is the prison. Prison. Here's the guard.
This is the
Look out."
that's where we are with the getaway car.
And then you'd be like, "Dig tunnel."
to get out.
And then you can probably draw some kind of escape. This is
And then we can draw the.
We have a getaway van. Right? Beautiful van by me. You're welcome. You see the van?
Looks like a beetle.
Wait. Yeah, but it's going really fast. All right.
No, but I think we should tell them where they're gonna go
okay.
after they escape. Okay. I think they're coming to Annecy.
There's a lot
We
of
can just like let's draw some mountain and.
oh, great.
I'm really good at
Freedom.
lake water.
Where is that?
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, trees.
Yeah, they haven't seen them in years.
When they
The
receive,
trees are crying.
That there's some flying water.
when they receive this, they're gonna be mad guys.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I don't think we help them a lot. No.
Let's cover it out.
No, it's beautiful. Thank you very much, guy, and have a beautiful screening.
Thank you.
And enjoy. Annecy's audience it's the most passionate in the world.
Thank
For
you so
those
much.
who already know, you know.
Thank you, Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very happy to be here.